1990 on a H, BMW 316i, 5-speed manual, E30 model variant, 2-door coupe this one. Wants a little bit of love and places this one. So bodywork wise, start with the bonnet, work our way around onto the interior, then we'll go for an engine start up. Here to be sold as well, without reserve. So it is here to be sold. Up the bonnet itself, we have got a roll, it's nice and straight. A few stone chips and a few slightly heavier scratches to the bonnet itself, the worst ones being on the right hand side, but there is a few deeper scratches there across the bonnet and a few little stone chips and the odd touching. Headlights nice and clear, grills all intact. We have got a bit of corrosion on the top bottom edge of the wing corners there. Valance all nice and tidy across the valance, looks to be all okay across there. Until you come around to the right hand side, you will see a hole there. It's going to want some welding, maybe your little skim of filler here and there might just square it away. As we come around the right hand side, it's really strange. We'll open the bonnet. Normally on the E30s you get rust in here and the boot floor, but this one seems to have just done arches and sills by the looks of it, like sort of the lower half. You'll see we're going to want some metal work. It's going to want a wing, isn't it, on that right hand side, regardless what happens. Needs some welding to the valance and across the sill sections. You'll see we've got some rust on the bottom of the doors, but the sill sections are fairly bad there as well. Rear arch again. It's going to want a rear arch section put on there and a lower valance on all four corners really. All four arches, all four corners of the valance and certainly two sills. Wing ring caps crack free, but we've got some bubbling up and across the roof. No corrosion around the sunroof, which is nice. Nice and tidy across the front there, but we have got some lacquer peel and some rust on the sunroof itself, but not actually around the sunroof where it's sort of a worrying factor to start skimming the whole roof, so it's not too bad there. It's come down the rear quarter, like I say, we've got some corrosion there onto the rear bumper corner, nice and tidy on the bumper corner itself. The lights are all good, the bumpers are nice and straight. Again, we're going to want some welding or at least a valance on the rear there. Nice and tidy across the boot there with only a few bits of bubbling underneath the paint. Little lip spoiler on there as well that's faded where it's been painted at some point. Down that left hand side again, probably a little bit worse on the left hand side rear arch there. It's going to want an arch in there desperately. I don't think you're going to get that with a little bit of welding and a skim of filler. Polish out. A little polish out. James Renton's a little polish out, but good job he doesn't do any of the bodywork. Coming down that left hand side, front sill and door again, it's going to want some work there. We've got various bits of paint or something down the paintwork on the door on the left hand side. You can see that sort of splashes of what looks like red oxide primer, but I'm not too sure. And again, it's going to want a wing on that front left hand side. Onto the interior now. Door card itself, lovely and tidy. Probably worth it for the interior and engine, to be honest with you. Door card's lovely and tidy on the driver's door. The seat itself, no rips, no tears, no nasty marks. Interior is really, really nice on this car. No complaints on the driver's seat. Steering wheel's in fabulous condition with minimal wear. Again, lovely and tidy across the dials. Dashboard's uncracked as well. And nice and standard down the centre console, apart from an aftermarket head unit fitted. It's lovely and tidy. All the plastics are good. Headlining's lovely. Rear seats are warranty clean, but no rips, no tears, no cigarette burns in there. You've got the dark blue mats, standard BMW mats throughout as well. Hard to find these sort of things, especially with it being no reserve. It's here to be sold. You never know what happens on the day. Into the boot now. So we'll check the toolkit. Have you checked this toolkit, James? Yeah. Not complete, is it? Right. We've got some bits and pieces in the toolkit there. I'd say that's fairly really good. Nice and tidy on the boot. Even the boot floor, considering the valance is knackered and it wants arches, to me the boot floor doesn't look too bad at all really, considering the rest of it. I'm going to go round onto the left hand side front. Again, nice and tidy on the door card, no complaints of that there. Nice and clean and tidy all the way up. The seats, no rips, no tears. Dashboard's good. Carpet set once clean, but it's all nice and straight. And again, rear seats are lovely. You probably couldn't find an interior as original and as clean as that for the price of this car's going to be, can you? So even across the scuttle where we normally get rot, it's good.
Even a nice one has bubbles down.
Yeah, it does.
To be fair, I think the dirt's going to
James is going to fire this into life. Lovely interior. The engine's absolutely bang on as well. No complaints off that. Taken over nice and happy there. And there you have it, the world's cheapest BMW E30 316 there.